Hi everybody, welcome to Joe's Movie Lounge, brought to you by Midas. I'm Joe Williams, film critic from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. So there's not much opening in theaters this week. The period February until the Oscars, that's kind of a fallow time for the movies. One indication of that is that Ride Along was the number one movie for the second week in a row this week. The only big opening on Friday is a movie called Labor Day. It's a very strange romance with Kate Winslet as a single mother who takes in a runaway murderer played by Josh Brolin, and they fall in love. So it's a weird kind of Nicholas Sparks true crime kind of mashup movie. I'll have more to say about that in the Friday paper. But we've been previewing the Oscar nominees, and this week I want to talk about Best Supporting Actor. That's usually a category that is given over to the old guy. There's a lot of Lifetime Achievement Awards given out in the guise of Best Supporting Actor. People like Sean Connery or Alan Arkin, they win these kind of for their body of work in their lifetime. This year there's nobody like that. These are all relatively young actors, and in a couple of cases they're people that we haven't seen on screen for a while or ever. The first one, Barkhad Abdi, he's in real life a Somali immigrant who lives in Minneapolis, who was working at a cell phone kiosk in a mall when he answered a cattle call to be in Captain Phillips, and out of I think 1,000 people he was picked to play this Somali pirate. He doesn't look like a movie star. He's a very unusual looking fellow, a very nice guy. I've interviewed him before. It's a great story that somebody could come from obscurity from another country and suddenly find himself on the red carpet. So that's his award right there, that he gets to go through all this surreal nonsense, but he won't be winning an Oscar. Also up in alphabetical order, we've got Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper in American Hustle is really good, and it's a measure of how far he's come as an actor that he's had a couple Oscar nominations now as a serious actor when he was sort of going to be a romantic comedy guy. He didn't have a promising start to his career, but he's really turned into a good actor, and he's very good in this. Also nominated this year, you've got Michael Fassbender. Michael Fassbender might be the best and hottest actor on earth. He's a supporting player in 12 Years a Slave. He's the personification of racist evil, but he's kind of sinister and charming, and really a great villain character. He's a terrific actor. You know, he's German and Irish, but he plays an American very well, but not somebody you want to hang out with. This is a really diabolical character. Speaking of diabolical characters, you got Jonah Hill in The Wolf of Wall Street. Jonah Hill is now a 2-time Oscar nominee. Can you believe that? Like the idea that Jonah Hill would get Oscar nominations was unthinkable a few years ago when he was in these sort of slop comedies and things like Superbad. Well, he's turned into a good serious actor as long as he's paired with some handsome leading man who he can play off of, and he can be the fat sidekick guy. I guess he'll get some attention as a serious actor, but he is very good in Wolf of Wall Street. However, the Oscar will go to the oldest fellow in the pack, and that's not saying much. I think he might be 40 years old. Jared Leto in Dallas Buyers Club. Jared Leto had not made a movie in 6 years. He was touring with his band 30 Seconds to Mars, hadn't really given much thought to his acting, but he tried out for this role as a transgender person who's got AIDS, and he hit it out of the park. Really a great transformational role. He really looks good in makeup, and he's also a good actor in it, so good for him. It's sort of a story of personal redemption. That guy whose career was sort of going nowhere would be the talk of Hollywood all over again. We'll find out if my predictions are true, but I'm betting that Jared Leto will win Best Supporting Actor, and we'll see. So until next time, this is Joe Williams for Joe's Movie Lounge, brought to you by Midas. Bye.
Brought to you by Midas. They'll tell you what you need and what can wait. Trust the Midas touch.